to great. There is no other option.
And your NCAA champion, Robbie Cruz.
We're going back to Omaha!
Play a high level of basketball and a game that's fun to watch.
We are a team, capital letters, team.
He's now called national champion, which is really neat.
Now we're making it happen out there. Let's finish this thing on the field.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly,
shared something that really wasn't a sacrifice on my part at all.
But I honestly can say I lived more in the last 9 years of my life than I did in the first 36.
Here's a quick pass to Terrell. Terrell's got blockers. Touchdown, Virginia!
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Caroline Miller, number 10 on the women's soccer team. We have a show full of great stories for you today, starting with a look back to last week's nail-biter against Idaho.
They'll hand the ball off to Richardson. He tries the edge this time, coming to the near side right, crosses the 30. He gets the corner. He's tripped over the 25, and he somersaults ahead to the 21. Rocco under center. Going to hand the ball off to Jones right on the left side. Got blockers in front. He's across to the 5. Sidesteps the defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. It's a 10-yard touchdown run. Perry Jones. 3rd and 4. Here's a pass over the middle. It's completed to Perry Jones. He takes it down to the 26. Got Jones behind him. He'll take the snap, throw the pass into the flat. Jones has it, dances into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
We came out and executed early, but we didn't finish throughout the game. But it's just something we're gonna have to work on.
They're going to hand it off to Clifton Richardson. Blockers in front. Now he cuts it to the inside across the 45. Ball pop free. Vandals say they have it. Going to hand the ball off on a delayed give to Jones. Jones stutter step cuts to the right side, but not much room to run to. Stays alive, and the ball's on the turf again. Who's got it? Idaho saying they've got it. This could be the 3rd turnover early in this game.
You learn how to play the game by executing. And there were a couple things out there that, weren't executed properly, but that's why you practice. So I think it's always good that you learn something with an ugly win or tough win.
Now he points out a couple things, maybe changing things up at the line. Here's a quick pass over the middle. That ball is complete and then dropped. What a hit from Corey Mosley. Rocco's out of the gun with 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Got to get rid of it. He better get down. Time's going to get away. He's scrambling across the 15 to the 10. He's to the 5, and he's going to be tackled with no points to show for it. To the right side, he's got Jennings on that right side as well. Going to sling it over the middle. Got a man wide open. Bird makes the catch, slips down to the 32. Play action pass. Rocco wants to throw over the middle. He hits Snyder, who makes the catch inside in the Vandal side of the field to the 45. Raiders under center. Quick drop back. The blitz is on. He's got a scramble. He's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Matt Conrad finishes him off. Hodges to hold. Ball's on the far hash mark left. Snap is off. Hold is down. Kick is blocked. It goes high into the air. Bounces toward the Idaho side of things. Virginia sends 4 on the rush. Reeder steps up in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Completes it to Mike Scott at the 30. He's got Green in front of him across the 20 to the 15. Pushed out of bounds inside the 10. 3rd trip inside the red zone. Here's a play action pass. Reeder throws over the middle. It's intercepted in the end zone. Dom Joseph in the back of the end zone steps in front of the pass.
Ran the play once before. We did a good job in practice, practicing it. Coach Reed called the right call, and it was just up to me to make the play. And that's what I did. I made the play.
Takes the snap, looking downfield, throws over the middle. It's intercepted by Chase Minifield. Wow. He picks it off at the 45. What a play! Is Richardson out of the I formation. They'll hand it off to him. He's following his lead blocker, Swanson. Gets a great block from Swanson. Leans ahead. Boy, he is a dogged runner as 2 tight ends in the game. They're going to go play action pass. Watford dumps it off with pressure in his face. Completes to Million. Million walks the tightrope, and now he's pushed out of bounds late, and another flag comes in. Snap is off. There's the hold. Kick is up. Got plenty of distance. This one is no good. He missed it. Kama Bailey will come back to return. It's going to be blocked. There's a flag down. It's picked up and taken into the end zone for the time being at least. It's a touchdown for the Vandals. Going to take the snap, throws to the far side, got a man wide open. It's caught, and it's a conversion of 2 points as it's hauled in on that side by Marcel Posey. But now's your chance. Can your receivers own those defensive backs? Here's a quick pass to Terrell. Terrell's got blockers in front of the 20. He's to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Virginia! Terrell takes it into the end zone. The Cavaliers strike first in overtime. How about that play from the true freshman?
Play was extra screen to the right, so I just took a step and then tried to get through as fast as possible. Mo got a kick-out block on for me, scored. The first touchdown, college career, it was good.
You know, it was a great play by Nicky staying on his feet and getting into the end zone.
Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Here comes the blitz. He unloads as he's getting hit, throwing to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Idaho. So here we go. The 2-point conversion try for the game. Readers under center. Going to drop back, look into the end zone. Nowhere to go with it. Pressure comes. He lobs it up. That ball is going to be dropped. Virginia's going to win. Incomplete. The Cavaliers will survive here at Scott Stadium.
Good pressure by the line. They got good pressure all day, though. I just told everybody, if things break down out there, just glue onto a receiver. And that's really what happened. Rod made a great play at the end, and we came out on top.
It was probably an ugly football game right there, but in the end, what matters is we had found a way to win it.
To watch video highlights and Coach London's press conference after every Virginia football game, visit VirginiaSportsTV.com on Saturday night. VirginiaSportsTV.com is your home for free on-demand video content of every Cavalier team. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. It's the start of a new era for the women's basketball program with the arrival of head coach Joanne Boyle. We caught up with Coach Boyle in John Paul Jones Arena.
My class was actually the first class that received scholarships. So the way I always think about things is like, how can you leave your legacy at places? And for us, as that class, we were coming in just trying to lay a foundation for what Duke women's basketball was going to look like. Some of the experiences that I draw back upon were, who was I coached by and what did I enjoy about it and how would I do it the same and how would I do it differently? And I started that journey in coaching accidentally. It really started with meeting Gail Gastoncourt. She asked me to come work for her, and 6 months into the job, I knew that was my calling. But my health condition is what they call an AVM. I was not born with capillaries in my brain, and so my arteries and my veins were touching in my head, and over time it formed a blood clot. And one day I was out running. I came out of the shower and getting ready, and I felt like someone was in the locker room and had just stabbed me in the back of the head with a knife. And I remember just trying to get to the elevator because I thought I was going to pass out. And that elevator takes forever. And I was just like, please God, just let the elevator door be there. Just let it be there, or if I was just going to go down in the hallway. And I pushed the elevator door button and it opened. And I don't think in my 6 years at Duke that ever happened. And I just kind of fell into the elevator and got to the floor I needed to get to and got out, and Gail and everybody was rushing around, called the ambulance, and just they were just there just at the right time, right place, and it saved my life. In some ways, I know this sounds strange, but it's probably the best thing that ever happened to me, or one of the best things that ever happened to me. And I look at that because it forced me to leave Duke. It forced me out of my comfort zone, kind of changed who I was. But I honestly can say I lived more in the last 9 years of my life than I did in the first 36. I was very comfortable coaching academic young women and being at an institution that really embraced academics. And so that was very comfortable for me, and I could sell it. Moving forward, I want to make sure that there were some things in place that could help me be successful. And ultimately, there's everything and anything to sell at Virginia. It's a great conference. It's another great academic school. It's coming back. It's a new challenge for me, you know? It's, can I take a program that has so much success and build on a foundation that Debbie laid and make it better? It's untapped potential.
Now let's check in with our men's basketball program.
I think for our guys, the confidence that they've been there, they've been competitive. The next step for us, again, will be to finishing strong. We started playing some better basketball at the end of the year. We really did. We were stretched without Mike early in the year and had to figure out ways to be in games without a lot of scoring in and around the lane. The guys that benefited the most from that were the Assans and Akils and even some of our perimeter guys. But I think the guys should have some confidence from the experience they gained, that they were competitive and successful at times, and then certainly the areas where we fell short when we didn't finish games or we struggled down the stretch, the ability to address those. We really tried to have a productive off season, as most teams would, but use that as motivation going into this year. There's no question he was playing some good basketball before he got hurt, and we were starting to, you know, his last 2 games of health were Minnesota and at Virginia Tech. But what I think who it'll benefit the most are some of our guys who can score. He'll draw attention, whether he's scoring or not. You're going to have to account for him on the offensive end. And then his play on the glass and his ability to shoot free throws, to get to the line, draw fouls, shoot free throws. Those are important aspects. And you know, you're going to see he's lost some weight in a good way. He's leaner and more mobile this year. That was one of the challenges I presented him with. Okay, can you become more active and mobile in this off season? And he's trimmed down, as KT has as well. Those are 2 guys that I think you'll notice it. But he's moving better, so I want him to, you know, have a bigger impact in all areas this year, because he'll be a marked man. But I think that's going to help the Joes, the Sammys, the KTs, and those other guys, and even the guys that play alongside of him. We do have more experience coming back, and I think starting my 3rd year, this is, since I've been here, our best chance to take that next step. Of course, our goal every year is to make an NCAA tournament and get into postseason play. Out of my years here, we have our best chance to do that. There's so many variables that come into it, but with the experience returning, even the younger guys that played last year, I think we're in a better position to be improved. I think we improved from our first to our 2nd year, and now I expect to be better this year. Obviously, guys have to stay healthy. It's easier said than done, but we've improved in the offseason. There's a lot of experience there. Don't get too hung up in the early season projections, but I want our guys to, I don't know if embrace is the right word, but not shy away from those and expect to be a better team. And we're going to have to do it on a daily basis, with our practices. Yeah, I'll push them hard, and I'll try to push them harder every year and take them to that. You always dangle that point where you feel like maybe they're going to break, and then you pull back, but it has to be within too.
Fast coming in here, catching it under control, and you got to finish. All right, put it on there. You just got to find the shot. 1, 2, 3.
Cavalier fans, join me, Dave Kane, the voice of the Cavaliers, at the Kroger on Hydraulic Road in Charlottesville from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and use your Kroger Plus card for your chance to win UVA prizes. Alternative entry options available. No purchase necessary. Look for the Cavalier One trailer. We hope to see you there. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health System. Dedication beyond measure.
Linebacker Trevor Grywatch rarely gets in the game for our football team, but as you'll see in our next story, he's made a huge contribution here at Virginia.
Trevor Grywatch is a walk-on linebacker who spends nearly all of his time on the sidelines. But in 2010, Trevor became a superstar to a family he has yet to meet. As part of an effort initiated by head coach Mike London, Trevor learned that he was a perfect match to a 60-year-old man who was dying from leukemia.
One of the things about being involved in the community and giving back and this whole process of trying to build character and build young men is we did a bone marrow drive in front of Newcomb Hall. We had close to about 300 plus people that signed up. All our players signed up to be donors, but they all worked the stations there. And come to find out, Trevor ended up being an identical match to an individual that's in desperate need of a life-saving intervention.
The procedure itself is a 6-hour kind of blood withdrawal, and that was really not a physical struggle at all, but definitely a mental challenge, being in a chair for 6 hours and limited movement. But at the same time, kind of understand, put in perspective for what your recipient is also going through, and it really wasn't much to ask at all. Even though you're signed up through the registry and you are the identical match, there is no pressure on you to do this, and you can say no. But just the fact that someone's life could be helped out by you is a pretty incredible feeling, and one that really didn't take much. I really wasn't hesitant to the idea of doing it at all. It's tough to put in perspective at this time, but I know it means a lot to obviously his family, him personally, and it means a lot to me and my family just to be able to help and share something that really wasn't a sacrifice on my part at all.
Coming up after the break. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.
Up next, in our Captain's Corner segment, we introduce you to field hockey's Rachel Jennings.
It's definitely a season of struggles and challenges. We knew it would be. And the good thing is every day the team is we're just getting better. The competition keeps getting better, but our performance is definitely improving. Just yesterday I had a moment on the field. It just, when they were playing, I was like, wow, this team is really good. And I think we're just right on the brink of making something happen.
We obviously still have high expectations. We want to do really well in ACC. There's a lot to say for our starters this year. A lot of girls have come off the bench from last year, pulling through. I mean, really becoming huge parts of the team. I'm really proud of the girls, and I think they're really stepping up.
Rachel always comes to practice every day for 4 years and just wants it right. She's just always there for the team, and she's always ready to perform, and she wants to do the right thing. After the Maryland loss, she just talked to the team again and just said, that's it, you guys, that's it. We're not doing this anymore. We got to fix these things, and we're going to be better next time we take the field, and that's what a captain has to do.
I think more of my responsibility being captain is I'm more of a vocal leader. I really like to lead the team, trying to just kind of pull us through these hard times. I think huge responsibility being captain right now because we just want to be able to reach all our expectations.
There's no big magic wand that's going to make it happen. It's just we have to keep getting better every day in different aspects of the field. They've really responded. I couldn't ask for more in terms of their response to the challenges, and I know it's not hard. They've had to dig really, really deep, and in the end, it's going to make us a great team.
We're obviously capable of so much more, and I think we all know that, and we just have to start playing like that. So this is the time in the season where we're going to turn it around. Hopefully everyone recognizes that we're capable of really doing anything. So hopefully we'll show that in postseason. Now let's get an update from our men's soccer team.
I feel like in the Clemson game, we put 90 minutes together of that quality stuff. Probably our most complete performance from start to finish. I hope moving forward that means a little bit more completeness. And we've had to do some patching with some injuries and so forth, and which makes consistency a little bit tougher. If Friday night's any indication of a little bit more consistency, that's a good thing. Brian Spann, I made a comment after the game, best game in a Virginia uniform. I think some of that is putting him into the middle because he likes to be around the ball a little bit more. But I think also it's a combination of he had a very good spring and 9 or 10 games more of experience because he's still a young guy, and now being put into the middle where he's starting to kind of emerge as a guy who can carry a team a little bit. They're a good team. Obviously, they're a good team. They're undefeated. They're undefeated in the conference. We know them very well. We played them in the spring. It's the same personnel, and we know each other very well. We have them at home. I mean, that's a great thing. I've had an opportunity to watch them a number of times. I think you're going to see a very good game. I think you're going to see a competitive, even game. As we get guys back, and I think we'll have Omi back, I think we'll have Jumper back, like I said, Monaco and Volk in rhythm, and as we kind of get healthy a little bit and get guys back and get some rhythm, which I think we kind of have been, in particular with the Clemson game, I think that makes for a pretty good game against a good Maryland team. Hey, we're the underdog. This is a great opportunity. We're in great shape. This is a great opportunity for us to, be 3-1 in the conference, to literally be at the top of the conference, and we'll be ready.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our football team is back in action next Saturday with a 3:30 kickoff against Georgia Tech. Also this week, men's soccer entertains Navy at Klockner Stadium on Tuesday at 7. Our men's tennis team hosts their fall classic at the Snyder Courts Friday through Sunday, and field hockey welcomes ACC rival North Carolina to town on Saturday. We'll be back next week with more highlights and stories from Virginia athletics. I'm Caroline Miller, and until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the Virginia Lottery. Like the Virginia Lottery on Facebook and enter to win a VIP UVA versus Virginia Tech football game experience. And by the UVA Health System, dedication beyond measure. And by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.